Have you ever felt that something is missing? You wake up, you work, you do your daily routine, but is this your life? This is a good question, isn't it? Welcome to my channel, and here we explore different questions that you usually don't ask out loud but feel deep inside. And today we're going to dive into how to know that you are on your true path or you are not. So let's begin. We're not going to beat around the bush, we will get started right away. So, first of all, I want to tell you what are the signs that usually tell us that we are on our true path. Here they are. You feel energy even when it's hard. Your problems feel meaningful, not pointless. You are growing, even if it's slow. You respect yourself more than before. You feel aligned. Your actions match your values. These signs are pretty good, but the most important to give you examples, not just say that they are the signs and you can find them in your life. That's really good, but how to recognize them? Because sometimes we are so messy in our head and we don't really understand what is going on outside and what is going on inside. So here is some examples to make it clear. The first thing was you feel energy even when it's hard. You can be exhausted. You can be very, very busy. But all the time when you think about something that you want to do, you some kind of starting to have the second breath. No matter how your day was busy, no matter how you are exhausted, it doesn't matter. The things that matter is you're willing to do it. Maybe you don't have any physical energy, but you have this willing to do and you find this energy to do it. Sometimes you might have problems during your way to achieving your goal, but these problems, they are solved all the time, maybe by other people, maybe by you, but they can be solved. No matter how big the problem is, you can solve it. Also, it's really important to note that if you do small steps and you get small results, you're still happy. You are still happy that you get these small results. And everything that you are doing just because you love it, just because you have this passion. Maybe you are inspired to do this. These are important signs that you are on your true path. Even if you don't have big and very powerful and fast results, it doesn't matter. But if you love what you are doing, if you find energy even if you are very exhausted, if all of the problems that appear can be solved, you are definitely on your true path. And also one, and I think the most important sign that you are where you should be, is that you feel unlimited happiness. Okay, bad things can happen, but you can feel this happiness and satisfaction about your life, who you are, where you are, or with whom you are. But how to understand that you are not aligned with your true path? Here are some examples. You feel drained all the time. You procrastinate the things you should do. You fantasize about a different life constantly. You feel resentment toward your daily routine. You avoid thinking deeply about your future. These are very good signs that you are not on your true path because you don't like your life. You are not satisfied with your life and you feel this feeling that you need to change something in your life in order to be happy, to become happy. And here are the first signs that you need to change something. But sometimes it happens, usually, not really sometimes, usually it happens like that we don't see the signs. Sometimes I can think about different life, why not? Maybe I'm not satisfied with my job, with my relationship, that's okay, I can handle it. But if you don't see these obvious signs at the beginning, the universe, the God, you can call it whatever you want, it depends on your beliefs, the universe starts to show you other signs. For example, you begin to lose something, like literally lose your stuff, lose your keys, lose your telephone all the time, but we don't see these kind of signs also. What's next? Then you might stumble all the time or hit your shoulder, something like that, pinch your finger, whatever. Some small physical effects on your body. And I think the most difficult and the obvious sign that you are not where you're supposed to be is when you got sick. I'm not talking about getting cold. I'm not talking about having flu. I'm talking about those diseases that are caused by your depression, by your emotional state. If you don't like where you are, you constantly think about bad. And these bad thoughts create bad feelings, bad actions, bad events, and this kind of a vicious circle where you can't find a way out. And it's really, really hard. And you get the depression. It can be very severe, it can be pretty light. It depends on how long you allowed yourself to be where you were not supposed to be. So if you feel really lost, if you are depressed, if your body resists, if your body started to get sick, this is the most important sign that you are not on your true path and you have to change something. I can tell you about this last sign for sure because that what happened with me. I was depressed for like 3 or 4 years in a row, and that was really, really, really bad. And I couldn't figure out how can I find a way out of this depression. And I felt like that till I realized that I am blaming myself, that I betrayed myself. And I couldn't understand how I need to fix it. But then I started to look for my life purpose. I started to self-reflect. I asked myself a lot of different questions, and this way took me about like 1 year. And here I am finally finding that I want to do, that I love to do. I love to communicate with people. I love to talk on different and difficult topics. I love to reflect. I know that this is something that maybe will not give me money. Maybe I will not be able to monetize it, but this is the thing that makes me happy. This is the thing that satisfies me, and I can't stop doing it. I try to use any single minute and every single second just in order to do what I love to do. I am on my maternity leave and I have to take care about my child, and every single free second in my life I try to think about new videos, try to think about new topic that I would love to explore, that I would love to share with you. And when I found it, I stopped being in depression. I stopped being depressed. And I even stopped worrying about money, because money, it's really important in our life. You have to pay bills, you have to buy things, like you have to buy food. It's really important. But for me, now it doesn't matter. The most significant thing is to feel this inner peace and to understand that you are doing something right, maybe that you meant to do. I don't know, but I just love it and I'm doing it. I will give you one quote that was said by Henry David Thoreau. He said, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet depression." You know, this is what being off your path feels like. He's also talking about feeling depression or being depressed. So this is the most significant and the most important sign that you are not aligned with your true path, that you definitely turned somewhere and you need to go back. And I think it's also very important to mention that your true past maybe is not connected with your career. It can be connected with your identity. Maybe you were born just in order to communicate in a specific way, unique way with other people. Maybe you were born just in order to help other people in different ways. We don't know. Maybe you were born in order to get an unbelievable career. Who knows? We don't know. But the only thing that I know for sure, all of the answers are inside you, and you have already known all of the answers that you are asking for. And if you know that you are not on your path right now, you have to self-reflect. You have to ask a bunch of different questions about what you want, what you like, what you don't want, what you don't like. What makes you feel happy, what makes you feel sad, what brings you joy. Or you can answer this interesting question. What if you had only 3 months to live? What would you do then? And that's all for today, and I hope I have given you some food for thought, and see ya. Bye.